Hey everybody, it's Nick from Hotspawn, and I'm joined by FURIA's support, Jojo. We come off of the second banger 5-game series that you guys have had in 2 days.
Yeah.
Which is insane, by the way. You've played 10 really high-stakes games on stage back-to-back, with less than 24 hours between your matches. That's got to be exhausting.
It is, a lot.
Considering you guys have flown out here, gotten set up, trying to get used to the new environment. What does that take out of you to play 10 super high stakes games for your tournament life so close back to back in this format?
I mean, honestly, I really like it. I really like the pressure, the competition. I mean, it's tough, but we were up to play even 5 games tomorrow if we win today. Just how bad we want to do to play here and get better. So that's it. I mean, I personally don't really care. Of course, it's exhausting. I mean, I would just go to the hotel, get some food, and rest for tomorrow if we won. But that's life, I think.
Yeah, sure. So personally, I hadn't followed you guys too much throughout the regular split. I started catching up on your games in between the end of LTA North and now. And I mean, the journey that you guys have been on from the start of Split 1 to now is, to me, insane for a team as young as yours. Obviously, this is not the result that you wanted. You don't want to leave MSI this soon. But when you look back on where you started this year with this roster, how do you see the journey that you guys have gone through, and what are the important moments therein that have led to you guys being, frankly, a lot stronger than I think a lot of people expected?
I feel like I'm kind of happy of the way we got here, like how we did stuff, but I'm also kind of, I don't know, it's not sad, the word, I mean, I'm blanking out, but no, I feel like we could do better. So it's kind of frustrating for me because...
You feel the potential.
Yeah, I mean, for sure we could beat G2 yesterday, we could beat GAM today, we could even go like farther. We were doing really well on screens against good teams. So it's kind of disappointing, but I feel like we lack a lot of discipline, and maybe that's because everyone on the team is just so young and we want to do like a lot of stuff that we don't need. But we got another chance soon to play again, international, on EWC, so we'll come back stronger.
Yeah, awesome. So, as you're mentioning, you do have EWC coming up. You've got a chance to compete against a lot of these teams, plus HLE and C9, I think. I think it's the MSI teams plus...
It's someone from LCK.
I think it's HLE, because they're not here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then C9 from North America. So you guys are going to get a chance to rematch a lot of these people. What do you hope to work on in the time between now and EWC?
Honestly, I think we need like some days off just to rest, like just get everything fine. And then it will be kind of hard to get some screens when we are back to Brazil because top teams are doing a bootcamp in LA, so we don't know how much people will be there to scream. But we'll get like some time to rest, and then we will try to do our best just to get back in shape and do better on EWC.
So you bring up a really interesting point there that I had wanted to ask about, but you just covered on it. So there is this boot camp event that's been planned for a while now. Riot announced it, I think, at the start of this split, where the teams who didn't make it to international play from LTA South fly out to LA and boot camp with the teams that didn't make it from NA. However, as you're mentioning, with EWC coming up, that makes it harder for the team that did win to get scrims for the next international event.
Yeah.
How do you feel about kind of the fact that, well, it's helping the other teams in the region, it does make it actively harder for you to prep for the next event?
I mean, I got mixed feelings because if we lose, like, kind of sucks because we won't have, like, good teams to screen. But also, we really thought we could go, like, farther, so it wouldn't be a problem for us because we would be here for a long time. So now I don't know what to expect, really.
Sure. So your pool, you have had a very wide champion pool this season, but something that the casters were commenting on is like, it feels to a lot of people, I think, like you get to game 4 or 5 of Fearless Draft, and then you ban an engaged support or two, and suddenly there's no frontliners to play. That seems to be a thing that happens in a lot of series with a lot of teams, is like once you get down there, there's just not that many engaged supports left. How do you feel about that, in that, it feels like right now engaged supports who can hold that frontline peel, that kind of stuff, are really important, but at the same time we're completely running out of them by the time we get to the back end of a series.
Yeah, I feel like it's still kind of hard to know what's the best thing to do on Fearless, like especially game 5, since it's very new. and you can't really like on practice everything's different because a lot of picks that they play here we don't play on practice. So game 5 is always hard, but we have some stuff that we think is good on game 5, like how to draft. But usually, yeah, you won't have like melee supports, like engage supports, and you have to play the game like really different because of this.
Yeah, totally. So talking about that game 5, obviously, you know, it sucks to end the way that it did. What are your reflections on that game? What went wrong? And are there moments that you're proud of at the same time?
I think about last game, we were just trying to do way too much. I think when we got like early lead, we should just keep this. With like, we just did many mistakes because we wanted to try like so hard to kill them, to pressure them, but we don't need this to win. But I'm really proud of how we did these last few days because this competition is really tough for us.
Really tough, yeah.
I mean, everyone just expects us to be like really bad, get 3-0 by everyone and go back home. But like we showed everyone that we can compete, and that makes me really proud.
Yeah. Before I was like really familiar with you guys and like had watched a bunch of your games from the regular season, I was of that opinion. I was like, oh, it's an LTA South team. This is gonna be really tough for them. And then, you know, I saw you guys slam Yasuo Rakan blind on red side in grand finals, and I was like, okay, like there's some cooking here. You guys seem. Often, minor region teams will be much more reliant on their pocket picks in a lot of ways. Didn't count this tournament, but like in past tournaments, like Levi's Shyvana and these picks that come out time and time again. However, and I was talking to ThinkCard about this, out of minor region teams, I think you guys play like some of the most straight up standard like Tier 1 League of Legends. You generally play fighters top lane, mages mid lane, skirmishing junglers, engage support, and classic marksman. And you're able to go toe-to-toe with G2, with GAM, with these other teams. What has it been like for you as a support, like developing this play style and working with this roster? And what do you think it is about this roster that allows you guys to, you know, in a way that many minor region teams can't, play standard League of Legends against world-class teams?
I feel like we as a team, we just really want to win. Like we always do our best on every chance we get, like to scream, to play on the official matches and stuff. So it's not hard as people think. We are so young and maybe we have a lot of problems, but it's really easy. And we actually try a bunch of different picks on screens. Like we tried them. We just like straight up fuck up one game, and then we're like, okay, let's try one more time, and then we see,
run it back.
Then we see if it really works, and we keep like growing like this. But I feel like on like micro like gameplay, we're not so far from other teams. I feel like we're
very
really
close.
good, and that's like our advantage, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like most teams back in Brazil, they're bad at micro and also macro, so we are like one step ahead, 2 steps ahead of everyone.
Totally.
And I mean, that's really nice. I just hope we continue like this and we can go to WC, do better, and go towards on next split.
Yeah. I was just going to say, you know, I may be an LTA North fan, but right now I think I'd prefer to send you guys to Worlds than some of our other teams. So the next questions have nothing to do with pro play. They're just they're just going to be for fun. We can chill out. Have you seen Arcane?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So there's another show coming at some point. They haven't confirmed what it is. There's that Noxus cinematic, but nothing's been said officially. If Riot came to you and was like, Jojo, you have to decide who the next show is about, what region, what champions, where are you sending us? Who do you want to see on the big screen?
Probably Ionia, but champions, I'm not so sure. I mean, for sure I would like to see Rakan, because my favorite champion. But I feel like if you go to Ionia, it should be like Ari, Yasuo, Zyrakan, those champions.
Karma? A little bit of Karma?
Maybe, yeah. I think she's okay. Like Syndra's nice. Those champions, and that's it pretty much.
Awesome. So the next one is slightly related, which is this year Riot's doing these themed seasons where like Summoner's Rift gets the makeover, a bunch of skins come out, they tend to put out a comic and a game and that kind of stuff. If you could decide, and they've said it doesn't have to be like a part of the world where it was like Noxus, Ionia. They've said it could be a skin line like Project or like High Noon. If you were in charge of doing that Summoner's Rift makeover and deciding the theme for a season, where are you taking us? So what's the JoJo season look like?
Bando City.
Bando City
should be crazy. The map should be like really insane, and that should be really fun for everyone to see.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for the time, Jojo. Pleasure to meet you, man. It was really fun watching you guys at this tournament. And I think you have a whole bunch of new fans, especially from LTA and from EU. It was incredibly fun watching you guys play, and I
It was
think
insane. LTA North help us a lot.
Hey,
You
well,
you like people don't understand, but they scream with us a lot. Ever since they went to Brazil on the first split, they were helping us a lot as a team. So we really appreciate that.
yeah, awesome. Well, absolute pleasure, man, and we'll see you at EWC, and I hope to
Yeah.
see you at Worlds. Awesome.
Thank
Cheers.
you.